I come from a very liberal background. There were no firearms in my home growing up, and I had no exposure to firearms. And I didn't think that anybody really needed firearms. I thought those were for criminals and police.
Autumn Parkin is a mother of 3 from Boise, Idaho.
And I very much had the attitude that I'm a good person, I'm a positive person, I'm not a violent person. Violence isn't ever gonna find me. And that simply wasn't the case. And unfortunately, I found out the hard way. It happened to me. If it can happen to me, it can happen to you.
Parkin was attacked and raped by 2 classmates at a high school party when she was just 15 years old.
I said no. I put up resistance, but against the both of them, I didn't really stand a chance.
6 years later, Parkin was the victim of yet another violent assault while hosting a gathering at her home.
The conversation grew dark, and I remember ignoring that feeling. I didn't want to ruin a good time. And the next thing I know, he stands up, grabs a champagne glass, breaks it on the table, and shoves it through my nose. And it all happened so fast. I didn't have time to react. I just remember being stunned. I felt the impact, and then I could taste the blood. And bending over, I see the blood pouring out, and I knew it was serious. And I remember thinking, this is how I'm gonna die.
Parkin also sustained a stab wound to her chest and underwent 3 surgeries on her left eye. She spent 5 days in the hospital.
It was a very traumatic event, and it left me feeling so defeated, you know, after having been raped and now this. And there was a long period where I was trying to drink myself to death. And it wasn't until I met my husband that started to change. I still dealt with panic attacks. I couldn't go out alone. I couldn't be out at night. I was solely dependent on my husband for protection. I felt very weak. One day I received the remainder of my restitution, which was a substantial amount, and I decided that I wanted to purchase a firearm. And I told my husband that I wanted to become proficient. Training has been tremendously healing for me. I can honestly say that it wasn't until I started shooting that I actually started to heal, because I got some of that power back. It was very empowering. I didn't feel so defenseless. I felt like I had a tool that would make me an equal.